Hello everybody and welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be talking about the Rinnegan. Noob's Gameplay, formerly known as the Anime Guy, will be your host for today's video. There are going to be some background noises problem for today, so please bear with it. I'll try to minimize it as much as possible. So today we're going to be talking about the Rinnegan, and prior to this video we did the Mangekyo Sharingan video, so go check that out first. Rinnegan translates into the Samsara I in English, as the prefix Rinne directly translates to Samsara. Now for those of you who don't know what it is, then let me tell you. Samsara is not a Japanese concept, but it is an Eastern one. Samsara refers to the process of rebirth in Buddhism and in Hinduism. There are also 6 realms which are directly related to the 6 paths of pain. Now I don't know whether it is intentional or not, but the description of each of the realm perfectly describes the paths of the pain. Since that's out of the way, let me go ahead and talk about how to acquire the Rinnegan. Now gaining the Rinnegan is really difficult. The best way is to eat the fruit of the world tree, but that is impossible. And the next option would be to get it directly from the Sage of 6 Paths, but that's not gonna happen for most cases. So the only option left is by merging the chakra of Indra and Ashura Sutsuki to form the chakra of the Sage of 6 Paths, or just take the chakra from the reincarnates as Madara did. But it also took him good amount of decades to actually awaken the Rinnegan. It is really hard to get a pair of Rinnegan. Another way to do is an eye transplant, but Rinnegan possessors are very rare and nobody would want to just give away something so damn powerful. Now for someone who actually awakened the Rinnegan has been rewarded, well worth the trouble that he went through. Like I said earlier in the video, the Rinnegan is really powerful. So powerful that Naruto was able to master all basic chakra nature transformations along with Yang release. Oh, and mind you, he was only 10 years old when he did that. In addition to this, there is another technique called the 6 Paths technique. Now it's not appropriate to label it as a technique because it's more like a family of techniques rather than just one technique. The 6 Paths of Pain are Diva Path, Ashura Path, Human Path, Animal Path, Preda Path, and the Naraka Path. Like I said in the beginning of the video, these paths are exactly identical to the 6 realms of the Samsara. The Diva Path and the Ashura Path are the 2 most strongest paths of pain, and the same goes for the 2 realms, the Ashura realm and the Hell realm. Naraka Path summons the king of hell, Yama, who is also an Indian mythical creature who judges a person's deeds in his life and asks them a few questions, and if people refuse to answer to him or lie to him, he punishes them by getting their tongues ripped off, which was done identically in the series by the Naraka Path, and the list will go on. And the Diva Path possesses Churaku Tensei and Shinra Tensei. Shinra Tensei translates into Universal Push, a technique which can repel attacks and it has no range limits. The power of the jutsu is equivalent to the amount of chakra used in it, and it also has a cooldown period of 5 seconds. There is another jutsu which is the polar opposite of Shinra Tensei called Universal Pull. It is however a unidirectional jutsu which also has no range limits. And then finally we have Churaku Tensei, aka Planetary Devastation. It is a really OP jutsu and it's a black gravity sphere which pulls things towards itself until enough has been amassed together. The Ashura Path kinda speaks for itself. It sprouts 4 or 6 arms, not sure how many, and can increase the number of faces by adding 2 additional faces on both sides of the head. Can shoot missiles, has laser beam, and none of these are actually made up. They all exist in the Indian myth. Asura possesses all those perks shown in the series but in a different way. Then there is the Human Path, which can rip out a person's soul and can also take the memory out of that person and instantly kill that person. Next is the Animal Path. The Animal Path can summon animals which are literally immortal, and this is not a surprise either because in the animal realm of the Samsara concept, it says that animals which were treated kindly by the humans were to be reborn as exact same animal. So they don't die, rather they just split, and the summoners and the summons share a common field of vision, making it practically impossible to kill the summoners. Some of the summons of the animal path are dog, rhino, ox, bird, and the animal path can also summon humans, as it was shown when Paid tried to invade Konoha. He used the animal path to summon the other 5 paths with it. The next is the Preta path. Preta path's ability is to draw in any form of chakra into it. The Preta path is identical to the ghost Preta in the ghost realm of the Samsara. It is a type of ghost which is forever hungry and eats food offered by the humans, which is why Preta doesn't stop consuming chakra from others' ninjutsu, and it just keeps on taking more and more chakra to it. The 6th path, or Naraka path, is the healer. It summons the king of hell, Yama, and can restore any damage taken. The final path, better known as the 7th path of pain, is the Gedo path, or also called the outer path. The outer path's ability is to control life and death by the Rinnegan jutsu and can summon the Gedo statue, aka Gedo Mazo. The additional ability of this path is that it can control all 6 paths at once, which can be exercised with the help of the Gedo Mazo and by using the black chakra receivers which comes with it. Just like the Mangekyo Sharingan, the Rinnegan also grants its user a unique jutsu to them specifically. Like Madara was able to pull meteorites from thin air, Sasuke was able to switch places with objects, and Pain was able to use Shinra Tensei and telekinesis. Later in the series, Obito says that the Rinnegan works better as a pair and is more powerful too. So you may ask, then why didn't Obito use both of Madara's Rinnegan instead of using only one? The answer is quite simple. Madara gave his Rinnegan to an Uzumaki who was strong enough to sustain the after effects of the Rinnegan, and Obito wasn't strong enough physically to handle both of the Madara's Rinnegan. It was stated by Obito directly, so I don't need any other backup statements to prove my point or to make it real. So I did cover most of the Rinnegan's abilities and what they do. I tried to explain Rinnegan in different ways. There isn't really much left to talk about, the form of the Rinnegan. It depends on user, because like Hagoromo and Madara had the same orientation. Sasuke's was a little bit different. Those hardly matter either way. So like the video if you actually did, share the video, subscribe to Infamous and to my original channel, Noob's Gameplay. Out. Have a good day.
Samurai sword.